What up, YouTube? It is March the 10th and it is a Tuesday. It is push day today. Anyways, it's just gone about 20 past 1, so let's hook into the day. Alrighty, let's get the morning hydration ready to go. We had a pretty decent sleep last night, which is phenomenal. We don't get that very often. I must have just been so tired that I didn't really need any persuasion to get back to sleep, which was great. Now, scoop of creatine. Looks like we're pretty much out with this tub here, but this will get us by for the first lot. We woke up at 105 kilos on the dot. So we are heavy, but we are still going to do a high day today because the physique is still looking very crispy, which is what we want. Water drop, essential, cola flavored, bad boys fuck. So yeah, that is the plan of attack for today's push day. This can go on the bin. Curious to see how this morning's cardio will go, considering yesterday was a low day, and every time I have a low day, it's always a bit harder to get going in the morning the next day. Taurine. But we will be fine, because we don't think, we just do. All right, bit of water in this one, and then a bit of a skull, and then a refill. And then we will cook up meal number 2, which, as you all know, is the fish and rice meal on a training day. That will give some time for the lipolytics to kick in, which is 5-amino SLU, carnitine, what else do we got? Clenbuterol, mirabegron, and albuterol. And then our injectables were MOTC, SS31, and yeah, that's pretty much about it. So anyways, quick skull. Alrighty, let's cook some fish. Fish and rice cooked up yesterday. That we are just going to saute as usual. Just Groundhog Day, guys. Bodybuilding is all about doing the same shit over and over and over and over, and trying not to lose your fucking mind. Can you hack it? That is the question. Can you hack Groundhog Day? Are you mentally strong enough to do the do day in and day out without going to La La Land? Alrighty. Fish and rice is in the pan. Alright, and we're going to add the usual stuff. Our favourite fish sauce, Sweet Puppy. already know. Heart salt. And smoked paprika. Give that one a good mix up. And then this will go in the fridge, as you all know. Me and my cold ass fish and rice. My prison fish and rice. Now, I thoroughly enjoy my Tuesdays for my push session. Push is a great little session. It doesn't feel like it takes too much out of me. And hey, we all know that training chest, shoulders and triceps is fun. Getting a nice little titty pump. So looking forward to that. Alright, this is just about ready to go on the fridge, so I will see you all at the Zin table. Alrighty guys, let us equip the cloak of lipolysis. As we all know, the cloak of lipolysis grants us with plus 10 fat burning. And then we also need our headband of endurance, which is over here. Headband of endurance equipped, plus 10 stamina. And now we decide which Zin to go with. And I reckon this morning we go with, I'm going to go with tropical. Tropical it is for your Tuesday morning. Straight to the dome. Now we haven't got our power beats today because obviously yesterday they took them off me. So we're going with our old trusty beats. So hopefully these still work after being in the drawer for 6 months. Alrighty. It's just gone about 50 past 1. So it is almost time to hit the stair mill. All right, guys, let's do it. Oh, alrighty, here we are out on the street. 3,000 steps, you know what it is. Just boxed off. 40 minutes of cardio, no caffeine, and I'm not going to lie, that was definitely one of the harder 40 minutes of stairs that I have done this prep, but that's okay. We do not think, we just do. Feeling a little bit flat this morning despite the high body weight weigh-in. Always the case the day after a rest day due to lower carbs. But anyways, we crack the fuck on. Not much to report on this morning other than, like I said earlier, sleep was actually really good. I managed to pretty much just, whenever I woke up during the night to take a piss or whatever, I was able to get straight back to sleep. So fucking wrapped with that. We'll definitely get another nap in after I eat meal 1 and do some client replies too. So happy days, guys. Today is going to be a fucking good day. It's going to be a good fucking day. You want to know why? Because we're going to make it a good fucking day. So I won't talk your head off this morning on this walk, as I feel like I have in the past couple of videos, which have made my vlogs like an hour long. So we'll cut it there. Let's get the steps done, get back inside, meal one, and continue on with the day. Let's fucking get it. All right, back home now. So let's get meal one done so we can put it in the freezer and then train abs so we can then devour the epic cream of rice. All right, so first up, said cream of rice and whey drip. Different angle this morning. This one here, we've got the Skippy peanut butter whey drip, which is fucking so good. So we'll just give that one a bit of a stir. It's been in the fridge all night, so it is thickened right up. 100 grams of cream of rice, 50 grams of blueberries, 150 grams of blueberries, stevia, cacao powder, decaf coffee, and cinnamon. So let's get this on top of the cream of rice. Oh, guys, that consistency is bang on. Look at that. All right, let's just make sure that we get every bit of protein out that we can. 70 grams. And we've got 20 grams inside the cream of rice. All right, now let's just give that a little bit of a distributory influence. Oh, perfect. And pumpkin pie spice on that one, aka the basic bitch spice. And into the freezer with that one. Then we're going to get our pineapple going. Pineapple goes into the cream of rice bowl, the drip bowl, I should say. 125 grams. I just need a pair of scissors. All right, 125. $121, $125, bang on. Check it out. Wizardry. Ha. All right. This one back into the fridge. And this one requires basic bitch seasoning also. And then into the freezer, that one goes also. Ooh, if I can find some room for it, there we go. Okay, to accompany that, we've got 4 corn thins. There we go. And along with that one, we actually have 100 grams of banana. So here is a banana that was frozen. We've just dunked it in boiling water, which makes it come out really fucking mushy, as you can see, which is okay because by the time you put that on top of the corn thins and a bit of honey, it is actually amazing. There we go. Look at that. All right. This one can go back into the sink. Don't forget to wash your hands. Can't be getting all germs and sick and shit at fucking 4.5 weeks out now. All right, it is now time to smash out abs and then we shall eat. So I will see you when I'm sitting down at the table. All right, guys, abs are complete. Got to do the ab check. Oh. All right, let's eat. Oh, guys, I am very proud to announce that after meal one and a bit of work, I passed the fuck out and got a full hour and 15 minutes of extra sleep. So, fuck yes, we are winning. So, plan now is to jump in the sauna, go for some steps, pre-workout meal, and then push. So, let's go, baby. Woo! Alrighty, guys, we have got 8 minutes left in here, and then we are going to hit the street for some steps, and then it will be time to eat. So I just saw online as well that people reckon that Martin Fitzwater is retiring from bodybuilding. I can't see that to be true considering how young he is, and the fact that I think it would just be based off emotion, and plus, like, with online stuff these days, who knows what's really real or not. But very interesting waking up again another day to the biggest crash out of 2026. So Martin Fitzwater, pull your fucking head in because you look like an absolute fucking cockhead. So anyways, let's get back on with the day. Another beautiful morning. The sun is out. There's not a cloud in the sky. That always means that it is going to be a fucking awesome day. Now today, one thing that is definitely on the agenda is having a chat to my gym to see what this whole fiasco about filming is about. If you watched my YouTube video a few days ago, you'll have seen that I was told that I can't film, which is funny because when I went in there on Sunday, 2 days after, I was told that there was multiple people in there with tripods filming. So I feel like I am being, what do you call it? I am being profiled, and I am definitely being sectioned out from everyone else, and I think that's quite unfair. Just because I am a bodybuilder and I have tattoos and I'm muscular, someone has clearly thought to themselves, oh, he's intimidating, or he's scary, or, you know, he's filming me. Whereas in reality, as you guys know from watching my videos, I don't film anybody else. Like, sure, there might be someone that walks in the background or something, but it's not like you can fucking see them. Oh, God, what is this world becoming? And it sucks too, because I want to be able to keep getting content to you guys as well. So we will see today, I guess. We will find out what the go is, because I really want to be able to keep setting my tripod up for the content. So we will find out. Anyways, let's finish off these steps on this beautiful morning, and then we shall go inside for the pre-workout meal. Alrighty, here we are at the table, finished our round 2 of steps up, and it is time to eat. So we have got our fish that we cooked up this morning, 500 grams of basa, 60 grams of raw weight rice. We have our 4 corn thins here, and we have got 80 grams of beetroot and 40 grams of pineapple, simply just because I had to make up the 120 grams and I had run out of beetroot. So anyways, alongside this, we are going to go 100 grams of honey, and that is going to be the pre-workout meal. So I'm gonna dig in, and then it will be time to make up our drinks, pills and potions, and head off to the gym. All right, guys, we have obviously finished up our pre-workout meal. We prepped meal 4. We got our post-workout banana in the boiling water because I have a bunch of frozen bananas, and what I do is I chuck them in the boiling water, and then when I get back from the gym, it will be, well, essentially defrosted, and I can spread it over my corn thins. Now, we've just made up our pre and intra workout. So pre-workout in this bottle here, 200 milligrams of caffeine via Red Dragon Nutritionals Dragon's Breath. We also have a scoop and a half of Trained by JP's pumpage in here. We also have some taurine, some creatine, and an electrolyte blend, along with a little bit of lion's mane. So that is pre-workout. Intra-workout, we've got our trusty 1.5 litre bottle here. Inside of this one here, we have also got creatine, glutamine, electrolytes. We have a little bit of sugar-free cordial. And the star of the show, 70 grams of Driven Nutrition's Novo Drive, which yields 50 grams of carbohydrates via cluster dextrin, which digests super well. When you're drinking this intra-workout, guys, you will not even notice that it's sitting in your stomach. It is that good. So that is the pre and intra workout stack. Now, along with that, guys, as you know, there is more to the story. We are going to take a methylene blue. We are also going to take a Dopa Drive. Okay, Dopa Drive has a little bit of extra caffeine in it, along with some choline, some naringan, some higenamine, and some 9-MeBC. So basically more stimulants, essentially. And we are also going to take some SLU PP332, wherever that is in my arsenal here. somewhere. There we go. Alrighty, so that is the setup. Let us do a little bit of work and then we'll head to the gym. Alright guys, so we are on our way to the gym now. We do indeed have yummy beverage and nicotine on hand. However, I'm going to crack those open once we get to the gym because I have to, without a doubt, have a conversation with the gym about the filming and whatnot. So I will show you what we got going on when we actually arrive to the gym. We will park the nicotine and we'll start sipping the pre-workout yummy beverage when we get there because, yeah, like I said, I'll probably be yapping for half an hour. So see you at Genesis. Oh, and by the way, before I start driving, how is Martin Fitzwater? I have just seen online that all his sponsors have dropped him. So, man, what a crash out. This is the 2026 crash out of the fucking century right here. Martin has some work to do, I'll tell you what. He needs to like go away and find God or something. But yeah, it certainly wasn't unexpected to see that, yep, Raw gave him the boot, which is, you know, Chris Bumstead and what's his name, that coach, Chris Bumstead and Matt Jensen's company. So obviously Chris Bumstead is all about, you know, fairness and being a good sportsman and all that kind of stuff. So it is no surprise that they gave Martin the flick. And yeah, Martin is on a big downward spiral right now. So for all you bodybuilding fans, I know you're all following along, and I certainly am too. But yeah, this is a very sad day for Martin. So he did it to himself though. But anyways, we continue. On the road we go. Alright guys, we are almost at the gym. So I am going to begin the ritual of deploying the stimulants. So what we have got here is the citrus zin. We are going to double park a couple of those bad boys. Fantastic. And yummy beverage of choice, Kamikaze Electric Lemonade. And I will admit that this one does indeed slap. So let's get an let's get a live on camera taste test and our first sip of caffeine of the day. Ooh, nothing like hearing a fresh can crack open in the morning, is there? All right, here we go. Oh, that is good shit. All right, almost at the gym. Then we will hopefully be able to film. So see you all then. All right, yummy beverage is finished. Time to hook in to push. Also, since I haven't got my power beats because JB Hi-Fi took them to repair them, I'm actually going old school with the Beats by Dre, the Solo 3s, I think they are. And I'm not gonna lie, I actually really miss the sound of over-ear headphones. These actually sound way more bassy. So I'm rethinking my whole power beats decision right now. So maybe these will become the staple again. So we'll see. Anyways, enough chit chat. Let's do the do. Alrighty, guys. We are starting off today's push session with cable lateral raises. Now, this is an exercise that I see a lot of people get wrong. Usually the main culprit is that people are putting their arm directly out to the side. And this isn't going to line up the side delt fibers as best we can. The best position to put your arm is about 10 to 20 degrees out in front of you. This is called the scapular plane. So when we put our arm in this position, it's going to line up our medial delt fibers better than with our arm out to the side. It'll also cause less impingement, but like I said, overall better side delt recruitment. So as you can see here, we have the cable set up all the way at the bottom, and we are thinking about driving our middle knuckle all the way to the ceiling in that scapular plane. So good angle here. That upper arm is about 10 degrees out in front of us, and we're really getting good connection with our side delt here. So this is how your side delt raises should look. Only need to come up to a sort of about 90 degrees, so parallel to the ground. You don't really need to go any higher than that, especially if, like I said, you suffer with some kind of impingement issue. We actually did 3 sets per arm on this exercise, but I only filmed 2 just due to redundancy, essentially. You get the idea after seeing it 4 times. So anyways, after 3 sets of side raises, we moved on to the Nautilus flat press, which I have maxed out. So another week, and I'm trying to maintain load and reps on this, which we managed to do again this week, which is 2 sets of 5. Now, I must say that the 2 sets of 5 today were actually much easier than the 2 sets of 5 last week. So if you want to maintain tissue, guys, while you're dieting, the best strategy is to maintain performance in the gym. So 2 sets of 5 smacked out there. Then we moved on to weight dips. Now, these bad boys, I managed to get a rep progression. I got 1 extra rep on the first set and 1 extra rep on the second set. This is 36 kilos hanging from me at the moment with the dip belt, and these felt incredible. I felt an awesome connection with my triceps and my chest and my shoulders. And that's another thing I want to say, guys, with your dips, don't be afraid to let this not necessarily bias the triceps or bias the chest. It's okay for this just to be a movement that is similar to just a chest press. It's okay if you feel it in your chest and you feel it in your delts and you feel it in your triceps. That's completely okay. So we smashed out a set of 12 or 13, I believe, on the first, and then it was 12 or 11 on the second. Then moving into some isolation work, we did 2 sets of this free motion cable fly. This felt incredible. An extra rep or 2, I believe, on both sets here. On chest flies, you want to try and get as big a stretch as possible, but not only just that, when you're bringing your arms out in front of you, you want to actually imagine you're bringing your elbows together, not your fists, okay? So you'll see that I straighten my arms right out on the contraction, and I really try to pull my arms across my chest. That is going to make sure that we're getting the pec fully shortened, which in a fly is super important because a fly is essentially the only movement where we can load the pec in the short range, because the load is actually pulling our hands apart, as opposed to, say, a press. When your elbows are fully extended and stacked, the load goes straight through the joints, and it's no longer pulling your arms apart. It's just putting force down through your forearms and down into your upper arms. So 2 sets on this one, like I said. Here's another angle here. I will admit, I looked back at this one and went, Jesus, my delt's really fucking that big. So can't be upset about that. It's looking like we're going to have a nice set of shoulders on stage this year, which is fantastic. Striations looking nice and deep in the chest too, which I'm very happy about. It means that we're not a fat fuck, because the last thing that I want to do is step on stage as a fat fucker, because condition to me is everything. Obviously not at the sacrifice of all your size, but this is bodybuilding. Come on stage peeled or don't come on stage at all, in my opinion. So after my second set here, on the last set, we did a couple of partials, really made sure to eke out the last little bits of glycogen that we could force through the muscles, and then we went back onto delts. So on this day, I do 6 sets of total delt work in general. So 2 sets on this lying Y raise here. This is a great movement to set up if you struggle feeling your side delts. This will help take the traps out of it, because you're lying down, you can sort of set your scapula up on the bench, and that will almost lock them into place, for lack of a better word. By the way, using the over-ear headphones was amazing today. I don't think I'll go back to just the clip-on ear ones. After 2 sets on the lying Y raises, we went back into triceps again. So triceps, 2 sets, overhead tricep extensions, aiming to actually flex my bicep at the top of the movement to get a really hardcore stretch in the long head of that tricep when we are at the top of that movement. So brutal stretch, brutal pump, overall awesome feeling movement, and I absolutely love these for triceps. Probably my favorite tricep isolation movement. And I will also say that these have contributed a lot to my tricep growth. Arms are something that you all know that I'm really trying to work on and bring up, and yeah, I attest a lot of the size gains to these bad boys here. So 2 sets, rep progression. I believe it was a set of like 15 or 16 on the first, and then like 15 or 14 on the second. Then we finished off the push session with 1 all-out set of side raises, and we did a rest pause. So we did like, I think it was 15 or 16 reps to failure.
Then we basically just rested for a little bit with our arms down by our side. Went again to failure, rested for a little bit, and then we went to failure again. Tip with these guys is to lean forward slightly, and same deal, arms slightly out in front in that scapular range, not directly out to the side. And then when we're also thinking about lifting the dumbbells up, we're also thinking about lifting them away from us. So we're trying to make like an arc with the dumbbell, almost if you're trying to reach out to the walls out in front of you. That is how you are going to minimize the feeling of your traps involvement, because at the end of the day, your traps are going to work a little bit, but if you can get a better mind muscle connection with the side delt, then I'm all for it. And that was the push session all wrapped up. We will see you back in the car.
All right, guys, we are back in the car after a push session, and let me just say this. Wow, that was a fucking awesome push session. I felt fucking amazing today. I don't know why. It's just some days you feel like shit, some days you feel good. That's why I tell my clients, on the days that you feel like shit, just crack the fuck on, because you just don't know sometimes. Sometimes your body tells you that you're fucking tired and you're this and you're that, and you just need to ignore it and just, like I said, crack the fuck on. Other days you'll be blessed with the fucking feeling of Zeus's thunder running through your body, which was today for me. So hit PBs on pretty much everything. Otherwise, performance was matched, and we fucking smashed it. And I'm so excited because I've never felt this strong and this big and this fucking ready to go at 4 and a bit weeks out. So happy days, guys. Let's smash the rest of the day out. I'm going to end the vlog here. So peace out to you all, and I will see you tomorrow. 33 days out, motherfuckers.